you're feeling lonely today, come along and throw your cares away.
A SmackDown that was definitely built around the main event, Roman and Finn, and my God, did it deliver. A great main event for this week's SmackDown, but this is of course things you might have missed Friday night SmackDown. But before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, it genuinely helps a lot. And of course, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. The biggest news came from the end of SmackDown. The Demon was teased, oh yes, as Roman Reigns was leaving the ring. The lights turned red, the ring turned red. Oh my God, and you can understand why. Balor is being screwed out of every opportunity. That emotion in Finn Balor is boiling point right now, and that is the perfect recipe to bring back the Demon. We have not seen Demon Balor for so effing long that I cannot wait. There's a distinct lack of demons in WWE today. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Obviously, I'm excited for this. This is genuinely huge. And just in case you think it's a production glitch or something like that, WWE themselves made a point to point it out on Twitter. You know I know they do not do this unless it's part of the ongoing storyline and they want you to take notice. Well, they've done it. They tweeted about it. Now, all eyes have got to be on Finn Balor because he's coming. Paul Heyman got a phone call on this week's SmackDown. Of course, his ringtone was Brock Lesnar's theme song. Oops. Of course, it was Brock Lesnar that called him. It took him a long time, but he did go and report back to the tribal chief that Brock had rung him. Just listen to Heyman's reaction here, though.
How do you know that he's not here tonight?
Honestly, that gasp was absolutely hilarious. I honestly laughed about that for like 5 minutes after I first heard it, so I had to include it. But do you think Paul Heyman could side with Brock Lesnar? Well, we might find out sooner than you think, because Brock Lesnar returns to SmackDown next week. It's a Super SmackDown in Madison Square Garden, and the Beast returns.
Barrett! Sorry. Please welcome Happy Corbin!
Can we give Kevin Owens a pay rise? That literal flip of the card was comedy gold. So literally to not be able to remember his last name without reading it was brilliant. Of course, things did get physical this week between Owens and Logan Paul. And now I really want to see this match. More likely, I just want to see Logan Paul take a Kevin Owens stunner because, well, I think we all do. Logan Paul is probably the most hated man in wrestling, and he's not even a wrestler, so let's just do the match. Let's just have Kevin Owens hit him with a stunner 10 times, get the win, get it out of the way. We all want to see it. Let's do it, WWE.
Top rope from the heavens.
Seth Rollins snapped tonight on SmackDown. He went to a dark place. He imitated Edge. He lured Edge by literally copying Edge's moves and things Edge has done over the recent months in WWE. Of course, taking that steel bar of the chair, putting it in the mouth of Cesaro. He went for a concerto during the match. He was performing Edge's moves. Edge did come down to make the save for Cesaro. Kind of wanted to see Edge just take the chair and hit Cesaro himself, though. You know, old school, ultimate opportunist kind of thing. But Edge then did appear later on and challenged Seth Rollins to a match. Number 2, Edge versus Seth. And it's already been made official. Edge versus Seth Rollins 2 next week in Madison Square Garden Super SmackDown. Oh my God, next Friday is going to be huge. I can't wait for SmackDown. Did anyone else get total Ric Flair vibes from Seth Rollins tonight? Like, he had this, like, coat on, and it did kind of resemble a robe. But when he was talking about going out whining and dining, it did kind of hit me like a bit like Nature Boy, you know, jet flying, limousine riding kind of style of promo. And earlier on tonight, Seth did kind of tease The Fiend. This was going around social media. Of course, it was posted by Seth to Instagram. And he said a new chapter begins tonight, which again he said in that promo. But the bottom line, I can't wait to show you all what I've been working on. It is a line from the Firefly Funhouse before Bray Wyatt revealed The Fiend. That is what he said. Now, it took Bray 3 weeks to then reveal The Fiend. There's a lot of people wondering. I'm wondering, could they make Seth Rollins the new Fiend? I mean, Seth was the guy who had The Fiend's theme song playing on Smackdown all those months ago. I don't know.
Watch me.
Liv Morgan was backstage on Smackdown tonight, obviously behind Carmella. Carmella was there for our viewing pleasure, and Liv just said, "Are you joking?" And you know what? This was great because, okay, we was a little bit concerned during SmackDown that they might not have had Liv on the show, but they still included her. And the feud with Carmella has been ongoing for a while. Kind of makes sense to capitalize on that instead of just letting them sit in catering. So at least they're doing something. I like it. Why did Kayla look like she had a spider down her top? Seriously, look. Rick Boogs got a huge victory over Dolph Ziggler tonight, but he is also on After the Bell with Corey Graves. It's available on Spotify right now. I'm actually planning to go and listen to this after this is uploaded to YouTube. I'm really interested to hear what Rick Boogs has got to talk about because he's impressed me over recent weeks. During SmackDown, we got what could be the first look at the new NXT arena. No idea what 9/14 means. I'm assuming 14/9 in American date, so 14th of September. And I've seen a lot of people with mixed reactions to this. Personally, I like it. Obviously, this is an artistic impression and not the actual arena, so we'll have to wait and see for sure. But I like the fact that the audience is like circled around the ring. There doesn't seem to be any kind of barricade, which resembles NWA a little bit. NWA did that for the longest time. And I just wonder if it's a way to kind of connect the fans with the show more. It looks very interesting. Of course, NXT going through a major change. There was reports earlier this week that have now been proven to be wrong. So we'll have to wait and see, but I'm interested. Big E has now got a new side job. Of course, he's the new cleaner in WWE. Do you remember things you might have missed from Monday when the Raw table was dirty? Big E! Come on, dude. I know you're on SmackDown, but this job must be cross-brand. It must be. But seriously, the fact he keeps stalking Heyman and Roman really makes me think they might pull the trigger with Big E cashing in on Roman Reigns and not Bobby Lashley like we thought. Very interesting. The Street Profits obviously kicked off the show with the Usos. The match did end in disqualification, but is that because they plan to put the tag belts on the Street Profits? I think it could be, you know. Street Profits have really tried to get involved recently. They chased the Usos off tonight when they attacked Finn Balor, so very interesting to see what they do next with the Street Profits. Becky Lynch was once again cheered on SmackDown. They're not going to boo Becky Lynch. She's going to have to do something totally dastardly to get them to boo her. People love Becky Lynch, let's not lie. It's really hard to watch her try to be a heel. I mean, she did ask for a "you deserve it" chant, and it took a moment, but the fans did give it to her. Of course, Bianca Belair came out and challenged Becky Lynch to a match. Literally tonight, she wanted it straight away. She said that, you know, Roman Reigns is doing it. Becky replied, "I don't care what Roman's doing." Said no. And we found out shortly after that Sonya and Adam Pearce wanted the match for Extreme Rules. But there's one big thing coming. Again, next week on SmackDown, it will be Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, in a contract signing for that women's title match. Oh, we all know these contract signings. They don't go very well in WWE, do they? So that's a segment for next week's video for sure. Something's gonna happen. But as I said, this week's SmackDown was built around the Universal title main event, Roman and Balor. And you know what? They did a really good job of making Balor strong. The fact Balor was attacked before with the Usos before the match was great. Roman Reigns being the best heel in wrestling, still taking advantage of that, doing his whole entrance while Finn was down. But the biggest news of the night is that 1 second moment towards the very end of the show when they teased the Demon. I am so hyped for that. But that's it. That's everything you possibly missed from this week's SmackDown. Let me know your thoughts, as you always do, in the comments section down below. You make sure you follow me on Twitter at CWrestlingUK. Like the video, share the video, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and consider turning on post notifications. You'll never miss an upload as long as YouTube freaking send them. See you next time. Peace!